earnings. I think sometimes we forget to mention how much of a dominant performance Simple had not that long ago, just in 2018, 2019. Simple and Blue were dominating the European region, and then we rotated into 2020, and we got the domination that is Acno and Blaze. Simple on that come up. I'm sure he'd like to have that finish, that final domination of the European region. As we get into this winners final, it's going to be Bryn and Wushang versus the double Bodvar.
All right, so this double Bodvar comp, we've seen Simple and Hysen, it's the tried and true. He is kind of the box art character of the game, essentially. That Viking, the standard Norse mythology. But there's a Valkyrie on the side for Blaze and Acno, and a Monk to boot. So this is going to be a crazy winners finals, best of 5, kicking it off right here, top 4.
And no hesitation at all. Blaze diving forward towards the red team, but weapons have been picked up. Simple finds a sword of his own. We are underway. Blaze finally taking that first tick of damage, that nair coming out from Simple.
Acno trying to put some hurt on with these gauntlets, gets a couple hits onto Hysen. Oh, big dodge read. You see Simple now, the only one on the field that's kind of avoided most of the attacks. He's going to be able to try and extend that stock even a little bit further.
Yeah, one thing that this red team has going for them is they have an incredibly strong neutral game. Simple with the side signature, going to give their team that initial lead here in game number 1. Looking for more. Acno does pick up a pair of gauntlets, but not able to get any damage with it yet.
Man, look at the rotation from the red team. They knocked Blaze away, and then they both collapsed over onto Acno. I'm expecting to see that happen again, because Blaze, he's now into that red territory. When they smack him, he's going to go pretty far, and that gives them some time to have a nice little chat with Acno here, 2v1.
Yeah, they have desynchronized the stocks of the blue team, so they're going to keep having that situation. Acno in the orange already. You're going to see the red team start to go for that again. Send Acno flying and get those 1v2s, but the red team is going to lose a stock. Hysen goes down on the right side.
All right, so again, it is, the imbalanced damage, that checkerboard pattern that you were talking about. Hey, you've desynchronized their stocks. Now you can knock away their teammate, focus on the one that's left alone. But Simple still is on his first stock and dodging away from that side light, the follow-up down light on that spear. Still surviving.
Weapon toss from Hysen. Another weapon toss. Acno. He's the #1 power ranked. He is the most dominant force in Europe, and he is down to his final stock. Simple yet to lose one.
Yeah, I mean, if you were looking for any way to kick this off for Simple and Hysen to try and steal the final record from Acno and Blaze, this is the way to do it. Simple finally losing his first stock, but he set his team up so incredibly well. Him and Hysen bringing Acno down to his final stock. Blaze deep red on the second stock.
Blue team really going to need to grip it and rip it to get these stocks off this red team, bring themselves back.
Oh, the damage!
The side sig almost taking out Simple, but it at the very least does the damage and spreads this red team.
Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely crucial. The lead that Simple had built, they were able to almost entirely eliminate with that team combo, but the thing is, now they are 2 stocks behind. Blaze and Acno, they need to score these knockouts onto Hysen and Simple before Hysen and Simple can spread that damage gap.
This blue team has no weapons to their names. Finally, Blaze does pick up a weapon, but like you were saying, 4 stocks left on this red team. Blue team still needs a lot. The double would be nice. European double,
yeah.
Yep, it's delayed.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pincer attack. They kind of babysat him back to the ground. Hysen didn't have anywhere to land. They forced him to spend all of his options. And then the wide spear recovery to secure the knockout. Beautiful.
But they don't get to bask in the beauty for long as Acno almost gets taken out on this left side. Blaze having to play forward, but Blaze doesn't even have that much health or defense to play with.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. Once this really starts getting towards the end game, oh my gosh! Beat out the recovery, saved his teammate, and took Acno out of the equation, and now they've earned the 2v1 against Blaze.
What a play from this red team, splitting dodge directions. One of them got caught, but the other one was able to get the punish, and Acno is out of there. Follow-up from Simple. Game 1 goes the way of Simple and Hysen.
Yeah, I mean, that alley-oop right at the end, it was just, okay, hey, you tagged him with the sword neutralite. Usually that takes a very long time to knock out. I'm going to give it just that little bit of extra power. And by a little, I mean a lot. Side signature from Bodvar. It's not anything fancy, but it certainly gets the job done.
Ooh, and we're seeing a swap come out from Acno. The Barasa coming out, and this is a little unexpected. No carryover from the Wushang. Sure, Acno has an axe, but man, this wouldn't have been in the pick. That was not my expectation.
Yeah, definitely surprising. I'm curious to see how this early stock will go. I mean, we saw the early game definitely in favor of the red team, with Simple extending his stock so incredibly long, and Acno was kind of the first one to go down to his final stock. So I don't blame him for searching for more defense in that Barraza.
Yeah, can't fault too much. The Neutralite does have a little bit of a vertical launch, so Hysen's side signature not going to connect. But still, Acno and Blaze are taking the brunt of the damage.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Blaze down, Acno short to follow, and Hysen and Simple are really running away with this one.
Yeah, things are looking real good for the red team. Again, they were one of the teams to take sets off of Acno and Blaze just in the Mammoth Cup. They won in the winner's semifinal, only to fall in the grand finals, and it's looking similar right now as the red team looking poised to win in the winner's final.
Uh-oh, but now starting to chip away at this lead. Acno punishing it. Blaze, just shy on the cleanup. Uh-oh, but is Acno in trouble? There's this duel on the left-hand side. Acno comes out the better with that axe recovery, and now we're just right back in it.
Suddenly things are looking better for this blue team. Still need to get more damage built up. Acno with a very risky runoff on the left side, but he manages to regroup himself and get back up onto the stage.
Swings with all these heavy weapons on the field. Each individual hit, even if you're not getting a team combo out of it, it hurts.
I love that interrupt from Blaze on the left side. Simple had the hammer recovery onto Acno. Blaze comes in.
Oh!
It's the sidelight. Might get this
He
stock.
needs the
Hysen
save!
with the rotate.
Oh my gosh, Hysen, he wasn't able to rotate, and then they were just there. Blaze and Acno able to affect another pincer attack, and Acno knocking out with the signature, and now they've really come back. They've got a tenuous lead.
Acno and Blaze have done so much work on these second stocks. They want that extra credit. Acno can't get the wall touch, so everyone is going to be down to their final stocks here, but there is that little bit of a lead for the blue team.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Hysen is going to be one of the main targets here. He's in the orange. It just takes a little bit to knock him away, give them maybe 2v1 time, but I think they're really going to be looking to just isolate, take him out entirely, and then just do a practice 2v1 combo. That's their key to victory.
Yeah, and you saw Blaze was definitely looking towards Hysen, but the longer that Blaze was staring at Hysen, the more time Acno—
Oh my gosh! That handoff was absolutely perfect. Couldn't have come at a better time, and just like that, Blaze and Acno tie up the set 1-1.
What a reversal. Blaze and Acno looked so rough at the start of that one. It looked so good for the double Bodvar, but then those second stocks from Blaze and Acno, and they just took the rest of the game.
Yeah, so now this is going to be very pivotal. You know, who's going to take the momentum now that we've just kind of had the first couple games seesaw back and forth? You know, you were asking a little bit about this Barraza pick from Acno, but man, it is looking phenomenal.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of the axe play. Sure, he had that Blaster's recovery, but it's really the axe play that is coming out from Acno on this Barraza. Plus, he's going to have that nice chunk of defense to extend these stocks. Pick up from Simple, locking up both blue team members, looking for the edge guard onto Acno, eating more damage. Blaze with the rotation, going to give Acno some breathing room, but Acno stays down there in the pit, and Acno taking the most of the damage so far. Now moving over to this left side, Acno diving in with the ground pound. Hysen gonna lose his first stock here, despite the fact that Acno is taking so much damage. Again, that Barraza defense paying dividends, and Blaze being that support, keeping the opponents off of him. And the side airs. One more side air. Blaze could get the stock, doesn't even need it. Simple gonna fall, and Hysen takes all this damage on the right side while they're doing the 1v1.
Yeah, and Blaze and Acno, they're really just piling on this lead. I mean, Hysen going into the red. Blaze and Acno, they're still on their first stocks, and finally able to take out Blaze. Now the question is, yes, beautiful snipe! That gravity cancel downlight on blasters left him open, and Hysen just took the knockout.
Yeah, one of the pitfalls of blasters, long active frames can be great for setting up, but also sets you up for getting caught by the teammate or for the opponents, and that's what happened there. Still though, Hysen in the red, blue team not even hunting for the kill. You saw Hysen on the right side, and blue team's like, no, we'll take this opportunity to get this 1v2 onto Simple.
Oh, just interrupting the final hit of that spear combo. Absolutely crucial.
Hysen getting to extend this stock, but the blue team still putting more and more damage out onto Simple. Hysen loses the second stock. Simple gets a turnaround attempt, but doesn't go for the wall, and he's going to fall on the right side.
So now, once again, we see ourselves in a situation where Blaze and Acno have a sizable 2-stock lead, and it's up to Simple and Hysen to make this back. Momentum definitely following the blue team.
They have that advantage, but couple more recoveries and could see this one evened up. Simple instead decides to disengage, stay on stage, maybe try to play a little bit safer, because he knows they are behind in that stock count.
Just one solid hit to take out each of these blue team members. Almost the synchronized knockout, but they're making their way back. Sniped with the recovery. He's out of here. Blaze trying to make his way back. Another! The delayed double. Simple.
I think it's hard to argue that anyone has the precision of hitting those hammer recoveries like Simple. I think he is on a whole other level of hitting those hammer recoveries and making them look so easy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just really goes down to the fundamentals of movement. He always knows how to place himself and how to approach, even baiting out dodges.
So incredibly strong. Going down there on the right side, likely was baiting that hammer recovery again, but Acno disengages onto the stage. Hysen reaching with that side signature, going for some riskier plays here now that the stock count's been even up.
Oh, that retreat, the backstep pivoting throughout. Acno with this axe, clearing the red team off the field, poised to take these knockouts here.
Recovery pick up Blaze, the handoff like a baton.
That was excellent, you know, because that Blaster's recovery, it did hit pretty low, so it might have needed that little bit of extra power, and Blaze was just right there.
Just get that double tap, guarantee the knockout, side air, and Blaze and Acno take game number 3 to go up 2-1 and put themselves one game away from a guaranteed top 2 finish.
Yeah, I mean, so rocky start in the set for them, but switching over to a bit of the Rocky Horror Show in that Barraza, get that ski mask on there. Well, a hockey mask, and absolutely looking phenomenal. The extra defense definitely playing in here, because look at that. Even at the end of the game, still all stocks final red.
You know, I love everything you just said, but I'm going to fault you a little bit for not going with a Rocky Balboa reference, at least somewhere in there.
You know, if I were a better man, I probably would have, but I'm just all about the horror show right now.
You know, I think some might say that makes you the best man, but here we go. Game number 4. Acno untouched so far, and he's able to hit the side signature onto Hysen. Still untouched. It's going to be a little bit of team damage, that pogo from the teammate, but man, red team starting to bleed out here.
Oh, the damage absolutely building. I can't believe Hysen survived that, but not enough to make it. He went, tried to get the team saved, but Blaze sniping out both of them, taking Hysen and Simple.
Now things are looking rocky for this red team. Down in the stock count, Blaze, the more damaged of the 2 blue team members, might see a stomp side air, put him in position, but Simple instead getting this edge guard onto Acno. Gonna get this one closer.
Ooh, Blaze with the target swap gets a ton of damage on there, but Hysen does have him dead to rights off the side. Whoa! Just squeaks by the spike, the recovery getting the damage. The second one, Simple taking out Blaze, and now we've got 2 stocks across the board.
Blaze taking a couple of hits here on the middle of the stage. Simple on the left side hits the down signature. Blaze trying to save, instead puts him in position, but Simple is ready for the punish with the ground pound. Simple is dominating on the second stock.
Man, we are on track for a Game 5 here. It all depends if Hysen and Simple can button this one up. They've got the damage built onto Blaze. They've got Acno onto the final stock. This is looking reminiscent of game number 1. It's just, do they have the wherewithal to finish as strongly?
Another recovery. Hysen and Simple taking this lead. Simple with the deep commit ground pound, but he's got the option to rotate over to the left side because Hysen's on stage.
Ooh, both jumping up over that signature under, but Acno, he challenges with the recovery, beats out the punish attempt. Just starting to build up this damage. Red team looking extra red. Double shot off the top. Hysen somehow squeaking by with his life. Not twice, though.
Again, those EU double kills just delaying the second knockout. But Blaze has got to be careful here. In the red, could see Blaze getting taken out, and it's going to be left to Acno in a 1v2.
Yeah, you're going to see Blaze kind of take a little bit more of a support position. He's going for those big axe swings. There's that follow-up hit. Bryn has the speed to make such a play style work.
Yeah, being one of the higher speed characters in the game gives Blaze the opportunity to make those quick rotates over to help get those follow-ups off of Acno, and it's one of the things keeping them close. You see how Blaze is just following up. Acno getting these setups, and Blaze is right there getting these extra hits, that extra damage.
Oh, there's the weapon toss. Ah, Acno went for that ground pound over the corner, tried to take Simple out of here. But all right, I think the job is mostly done. It's red stock, last stock, all across the board.
Throws out the side sig. Who's gonna fall first? Risky side sigs. Blaze hits a ground pound. Hysen hits a recovery. 1v1.
Now Acno, momentary weapon advantage, but Hysen arming up with the hammer, and that's going to be crazy because all it takes is the one. Hysen and Simple, they've brought us to a game number 5.
Game 5 situation here. Simple and Hysen at the start of this one looked rough, and they were able to wrestle it back. Both of these teams can start and struggle and still come back. This is going to be a tough game 5 no matter how you cut it. And Simple and Hysen are thinking long and hard about how they want to do it. What knife do they want to bring to the cutting party? That sounds like a terrible party. Don't ever have a cutting party.
Listen, you know, it's kind of like the Will It blend, right? Where you just toss a number of things in there and you're like, does this work? Does that work? And Simple thinking the Bodvar still works, right? Does Hysen agree?
Well, the good thing is the Bodvar does have a blade. It does have the option
Not wrong.
to cut some things. Maybe cut some ribbons, cut some nice paper, and it looks like what's better than one Bodvar? 2 Bodvars. As we get into game number 5 in the winners final, Blaze and Acno on the double axe, Simple and Hysen on the double Bodvar.
All right, so game number 5. It all comes down to this. Winners finals. Who's going to go into grand final with that winner side advantage?
3, 2, 1.
This one could spell the victory of maybe potentially the whole tournament. I know eyes are on both of these teams to make it to the grand finals, and having that winner's edge, that option to not have to do 2 best of 5s is so incredibly huge. Hysen with the combo at the top.
Yeah, that string was worth so much damage. Blaze certainly set on fire deep into the red.
Oh, but Acno putting the shots out. You can see Blaze already like, all right, time to go for that support role. Time to play back. Let Acno get these setups. Just make sure that Acno doesn't get 1v2'd.
Ooh, and got the dodge. There's the hammer toss follow-up. Simple. Going for the snipe. No, Acno! He gets the hit, gets the chase dodge back to stage. He's still in there.
Love the delayed recovery, going real low on that one. Just waiting out all the options from the red team, making sure they think that it is safe, but everybody in the red, still no stocks yet.
Man, everyone is hunting. Simple's the first victim. Is Hysen going to follow? No! Friendly fire! Please, not now!
It's okay, it does less force, just barely.
Thankfully, because that could have spelled disaster. This is game number 5.
You don't want to go out like this. Acno gets the recovery on the Hysen, still not enough to finish this stock off. Downlight, not a common KO option for the Axe players out there. Still going for these downlights, though. All right.
And Acno falling. Hysen falling. Blaze falling. We're all reset.
It's going to go down to the final stocks. Prepare yourselves, because this one is going to be close. Simple, just slightly more damage than everyone else, and you can see he's playing back because of it.
I mean, when you were talking about who's going to take home championships today, you were saying it's the hungrier team that wins. And right now, it looks like they are both feasting. Acno down to his final stock. Simple in red. He's down to his final stock. Hysen and Blaze duking it out. No, there's the team combo. It's so much damage.
He's gone! I don't care how hungry you are. If you bite off more than you can chew, you're just gonna end up choking. And right now, red team is choking on the axes of Blaze and Acno.
And that is a hard pill to swallow, especially if it goes this deep into game 5. Acno almost getting the closeout, but Blaze, now he's out. Acno, he's going to try and slow this down so that way he can stabilize until his teammate gets back in the mix.
Got a blender in the throat to make sure that they can get it all down. It's the last stocks. It is basically even. This is do or die for both teams here.
Yeah, this is as down to the wire as it could get. Oh, opting to trade the damage on his teammate and the opponent, just willing to accelerate the match that much faster.
Hysen hits the side sig. Acno gets launched. Blaze preparing himself for the 1v2. Trying to get the stock off of Simple. Downlight side air. It's Hysen.
All right, now this all falls to Hysen. Can he get up over this corner? He's unarmed now. Just able to get back to the wall, but Blaze and Acno, that gave him a little spot of hope.
Another nair. Doesn't have the movement for it. Has to respect that Blaze is underneath. See,
oh my gosh, they are just swarming around him. That's going to give him a chance.
Ground
this
pound
is so
connects.
Incredibly tense. I can't take it anymore, dude.
I'm so nervous. Every time Blaze hits Acno, it's just making him closer. 1v1. The scoop.
Let's go.
Can he do it again? Can he do it again? No. Blaze with the side air to close out the winners final in game 5.
Oh my gosh. All the way down, 1v1 final. I can't believe this set went the maximum distance that it could. You know, Blaze and Acno, they've been such a dominant force throughout the year, but Simple and Hysen really just showing that it can be done, and they were so close to doing it. Now, luckily, this was winner's bracket, so that means they get sent down to losers finals. Hysen and Simple, they're going to have another shot, but they've got to earn it. There's a couple more teams down there still vying for the trophy.
What an insane start